Well, good evening, everybody, with live stream STL. Boy, oh boy, it's been an amazing night here on Friday night Blitz and Friday night lights everywhere in the county here. So appreciate everybody being on here in the evening, and we are on the socials as well. First time in the studio here, you get a good shot of our backdrop of the amazing football helmets, which, by the way, we don't have all of them from the county yet here. Still waiting to get some from Festus, still waiting to get some from Crystal City, still waiting to get some from Grandview. Got Windsor, let's see, Hillsboro. So looking for some more of these amazing football helmets, because I would love to completely load up the table here and look over the top of them to be able to do the post-game show here with. But wanted to kind of just give you guys what going on, what we've got going on here today, and I want to double check and make sure that I've got that right. Oh, you know what? Something happened here, and I need to change it real quick. There it isn't. No. Okay, well, there it is, right there. Our Week 2 schedule looks like this. Francis Howell Central is at Festus. Fredericktown at Herculaneum. Seckman is at Fox. DeSoto at Perryville. SLU at Hillsboro. North County at Chatham. Afton at Windsor. Grandview at Bayless. Park Hill Central's at Jefferson. Valley Catholic at St. Vincent. Crystal City's at Louisiana. Fort Zumwalt East at St. Pius X. Eureka is at Marquette, and Melville is at Northwest. As we bring things back here real quick, I'm going to make sure that I have the line open. It is open. It is just 10 o'clock here, so we put out the APB for some of the coaches here, so we're hoping to be able to get a few of these coaches on here. And Jeff Whitener, who is sick, prayers and our thoughts going out to him real quick to get his voice back here. But he's been in his studio getting some of these. In fact, I got some giving here back into the studio as well here, and if. Got people text me back and forth, so I'm trying to do a couple of things at once. But we wanted to kind of let folks know also a little bit on the waves here. We had some snafus over at Herculaneum, a little internet issue, but we did get it fixed probably towards the second half. So once we got the second half going and everything, we were able to kind of get that under control. So our apologies over there. We will try to get that fixed. In fact, it looks like I'm even having internet issues right here today. If anybody can find a way to get fiber from the box over here in the corner up here by the street in Barnhart, right across the street from Case and Bucks, if they could find a way to get that from there into our back door here, that would be great. But we really need fiber to do that with. But anyway. Just wanted to make sure that we are still good to go here real quick as some more of these particular scores are coming in. And while we are sitting here waiting for some coaches to jump on here real quick, I want to say thanks to Pasta House for being our sponsor for the Friday Night Blitz post game as well. Say that 10 times fast as we bring some things in here, and want to make sure that we're still up and running and still good on our end here real quick. Looks like the website, and if you're either on the website or on the Roku channel, it sure looks like we're going good. So it looks like we're doing pretty well here. Thanks again for being on the post game. We don't have any coaches yet. We don't have any scores in yet. I can tell you a couple of scores here. Herculaneum 22-0. 22-0 was our final score. 28-0? 28-0. Thanks to our crack team, my youngest, Judah, behind the TV behind here. And we have some some of our announcers jumping on here as well. Jeff Whitener just got me some schedules and some scores, I should say. So I am going to try to put this up here and hope that it stays. It looks like it's going to stay here. So here we are. Here is our final scores tonight coming in right now from week 2. Fredericktown drops to Herculaneum 28-0. Festus beats Francis House Central 35-7. Seckman 21, Fox 14, and that was in overtime. Looks like double overtime, in fact. DeSoto 34, Perryville 14. They're in the fourth quarter right now. SLU takes down Hillsboro 35-7. Chatham Glenwood in Illinois, they beat North County 48-0. Windsor and Afton, we don't have a score here. Northwest 62, Melville 24. Holy moly, the Northwest Lions, I believe they're for real. The Park Hill Central Rebels eke out an overtime win over Jefferson 21-20. No score in from Grandview and Bayless quite yet. Louisiana beats Crystal City 34-16. Valley Catholic 42. St. Vincent 7. Clever 55 in Cuba. We don't. I guess it might have been a 0 there, but we will double check and make sure we get that particular score. Fort Zumwalt East beats St. Pius 36 or they're beating them 36-16 right now in the fourth quarter. And Eureka blanks Marquette 35-0. Oakville beats Parkway South 41-3. And Summit takes care of Lindbergh there by the score of 41-14. Actually, they're in the fourth quarter as we speak, and my apologies on getting this in the way it's in here right now. Hillsboro is now a final, so I just got that from Jeff, and we'll bring things back here real quick. But we're hoping to have some coaches on. We're hoping to have maybe a couple of our announcers as well. And while we're also sitting here, we got a ton of feedback tonight from parents that are they're band parents, they're pom parents, they're cheerleader parents, they're flag parents. I love the feedback, love it. Unfortunately, 9 times out of 10 we will get flagged. So unfortunately, we are not able to use any of that kind of footage. If it's played over the top of some of our music and things like that, somehow, some way we get away with that. But just to let everybody know, band time, halftime, we're running our commercials because that's for our sponsors. And unfortunately, we are unable to cover, the band a lot. When we can, we try. And we try to make a valiant effort and a purposeful effort when we can. Unfortunately, there's about 7 minutes that we've got to pay the bills. And so from Ray Halbrook here, owner of Livestream STL, it is not on purpose that we want to not cover the band or the pommies or the flags or anybody else. It's just one of those things that we have to pay the bills. And we can't bring this to you if we don't. And so from my heart to yours, I'm a band parent too, so I understand it. My son today is down in Mount Vernon for the first time as a full-blown band teacher, and heart goes out to him as well. He's out at Mount Vernon, Missouri, so kudos to Curtis out there, and he was able to get his very, very, very first band gig out tonight out at out at Mount Vernon. So Mount Vernon, Missouri, if you don't know where that's at, that's between Springfield and Joplin. So yes, he took a job quite a ways, about 3.5 hours away. So our hearts are going out to him real quick. We've had phone calls coming in from people and things like that. And so again, coaches, if you're watching this, please tune in. We want to talk about your final scores and things like that. We appreciate that. And I'm going to jump over on Facebook too here as well. Hey, look, it's the Friday Night Blitz Postgame. And make sure I turn that all down. We have 4 comments coming in. And I can't believe Ray picked Bayless over Grandview. Well, I didn't pick Bayless over Grandview. I'm not sure exactly where that came from, but Matt Kime. Grandview did beat Bayless 35-12, so that we'll put that in there. Jeff Whitener, make sure we got that in there. So we're doing that as well. Who was Herky's player of the game? We haven't even touched that there, Jennifer Lawson. But I appreciate you popping in there. Player of the game. Hey, it could be Clark Struckoff. It could be that quarterback kid. I don't know their names half the time here. So I am the producer. I am not the announcer. I am the guy that's behind doing all this most of the time. So bear with me a little bit on that. My wife just popped in. She said, ring the bell. Thank you, RTB, from the Herculaneum Black Cats. So we appreciate that. I am all caught up at this point. Oh, you know what, Matt? I apologize. I did pick Bayless over Grandview in our upon further review, if I remember right. And we got Coach Blaine Boss on the line. I'm going to get you in here real quick. Coach, make sure you turn your phone sideways as you get sitting down here and everything. So if you don't mind, I'll mute you for a quick second while we get you dialed in here. Hey, this is kind of how we have to do this, kind of flying by the seat of our pants here a little bit. But I do have Coach on the line, and he's working on getting his phone. And that's how we roll here. That's just how we roll. Coach Blaine Boss ringing the bell. And Coach, real quick here, as we jump in here, I'm going to go side by side with you. There he is. How's it going, Coach?
Good. How are you?
Got to be pretty happy, with things tonight. 28-0, if I remember right. And I was able to pop down on the sideline real quick. We had a little snafu over at Herky with some internet, so I had to go bail our team out over there a little bit. But we were able to get the second half for you guys. But hey, talk to us about your team this week.
Yeah, glad you got everything fixed up, Ray. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good night tonight, especially defensively. I thought kids played their tails off. I think they had maybe 2 first downs all night. Our kids flew the ball, and defense really gave us a chance. And offensively, we just took care of the football. We had sustained drives. We're getting 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, and everything we want to do with our offense. So that was a good night all around. Obviously, good to get that first win, and especially after a game last week that goes the way it did in double overtime, being as tough as it was for our kids to come back and battle and have a performance like they did tonight. It was very good to see.
Take us through the game a little bit here. When I was out there, you guys were about ready to score to go up 21-0. And then the particular play, you guys coughed up the ball or something, if I remember right there, real close before you scored there. And then they flipped sides. Somehow you got the ball back and was able to march right back down there, get that score. Take us through it. Your QB, man, the kid's tough. And the plays that I kept seeing, he's kind of got that RPO action going. I guess you kind of give that a little bit to him, to kind of just decipher through. How much trust do you have in that guy right now?
Yeah, with Keaton, it's obviously a lot of trust with him being his 3rd year in the offense. He's one of the smartest kids in our school, and he's done it so much now that obviously I think it's to the point he knows what he's doing. So, I just tell him to do what he does and take care of the football and make good decisions. And I think confidence too, for doing it that long, you just become super confident doing it. And that's really helped him. And he's been running extra hard this season so far. The first 2 games, honestly, it's the hardest he's ran in his career, which is awesome. That's what we need.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully he can keep that up for us and keep it going. But yeah, he's a big part of our offense. That's good.
Now, I was on the sideline talking to your AD, the new AD over at Herculaneum, the infamous Dan Fox, and we had a little conversation about his first big win there as an AD as well, and he felt pretty proud about it. But giving the Dan Fox a little love because we've done a lot of of just interaction this year together, and bringing him in, and it's fun. It's going to be a fun. I think it's going to be a fun year for Dan to not be coaching, but he was on the sidelines a lot. Just kind of got the itch to get up there, and did a lot of pacing out there. So, big win there. Did you guys get to ring the bell? That's all I got to say.
Yeah, we sure did. That's like you're speaking of with Coach Fox there. It's awesome to have him. He's done a good job so far, and him being a former football coach and option guy himself, I think he definitely had a little fun tonight watching. And always nice to have a guy like that too to pick his brain. Former head coach as well, and successful at that too when he's at Crystal City. So,
right.
Yeah, Dan's an awesome hire for us. Glad to have him here. Glad he's a Black Cat. And I know he had a good time tonight.
Excellent. Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. And
yeah.
I know you guys are going to enjoy the victory this week. Who we got next week?
Next week we have Jefferson.
The big Jefferson game there. So we may or may not be there. We'll just see.
All
right. So good to catch up with you, Coach Boss. And we'll definitely be looking to next week and maybe seeing what we got going on as we're being bombarded by other announcers jumping in the studio here, dropping off equipment. Oh, come on. I don't care. Don't matter to me. So, Coach Boss, appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You too.
All right.
My camera angle.
That's okay. We'll work on that camera angle next time. So. All right.
Sounds
there
good.
we go. There we go. Coach Blaine Boss, real quick. Drake, that particular microphone is not working, but if you grab the green one down there, we might be able to pull you on here as we speak. So,
I don't hear myself.
That's okay. I promise I will turn you on when it comes time. So, we've got a lot of craziness going on here, and one of the crazy things about doing the production stuff. Now I've got your mic on. You can hear it now, can't you?
I probably can.
You
there
probably
it is.
Can. Go ahead and move over this way a little bit too.
Up close and personal here to you.
We're going to get up close and personal a little bit here. So I got a ton of coaches coming on here too as well. So it'd be really, really awesome to have these guys jumping in. Guys, as we're coming in, make sure you turn your phone sideways so we have you in landscape and not portrait mode. So that would be helpful. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I believe our next guy in line here was actually Coach Scott Gerling. Coach, how you doing, Coach? Uh-oh. We've lost your audio here, so let me and we had that problem last time, too, if I remember. I just unmuted you, so you're good there. But give me just a second here, and I did unmute. Okay. Coach, can you hear us? Just shake your head if you can hear us. Okay, good. You may have to jump back real quick and get out and come right back in. That sometimes that reboots itself. So we'll be right back there. That's a little snafu we have on there. Drake Beekman is with us here real quick. He's got to give the wave.
What's
here.
up?
How you doing, Drake?
I'm doing fantastic.
Tell us a little bit about that Fox Sekman game there.
Oh,
boss.
my goodness. That is, I just got in the studio. I don't know what happened in the other two games. I know Festus got the dub and so did Herculaneum, so good on both of those schools. But anyone watching that was not watching the Fox Sekman game, when that video comes back up, you need to watch that game. It was incredible. It had just about everything you could have ever asked for and more.
Right.
Both teams are run-heavy offense, so that is what we saw most of the time.
Yep.
But every now and then they would throw the ball, and when they threw the ball, it was an impact play. Sekman takes a 7-0 lead into the half. The Fox defense was pushed back, but they didn't break, and they didn't allow a last-second touchdown because Sekman started the second half with the football too, so that would have been huge. And then Fox gets 2 unanswered touchdowns in the second half, and with like 3 minutes to go in the game, Sekman ties the game at 14 apiece. We head to overtime. Right before we headed to overtime, Fox had a huge pass from Price. I can't remember the name of the receiver, sir, I do apologize. Brings him down to within the 5 with like a minute to go.
Wow.
And then on the last second diving effort from the quarterback, Chandler Price, reaching to the end zone. He loses the ball. Seckman recovers for a touchback.
Oh, my gosh.
And we go to overtime. Seckman started with the ball. They score a touchdown. Fox comes up just short.
Wow.
Seckman with the 21-14 victory. Game of the season. It's
Game
week
of the
2,
season.
and we've only broadcasted 6 games.
Yeah.
Game of the season.
We've
There
had
will not
had
be-
double overtime, and that was just single overtime too.
You could cut the you could cut the tension with a piece of paper.
Wow.
Because Fox and Seckman, they're crosstown rivals,
Sure.
big schools. Fox drops down to Class 5, so this is the only time that they could play each other this year.
Right.
And boy, it was so much fun to watch. Me and Scott had the time of our lives.
Awesome. I miss Scott. I haven't seen Scott all season yet. It's
Shout
only
out,
been 2
Scott.
weeks, so the freak of speak. There he is. So let's see if we can get we can get Scott Gerling back in there. Scott, can you hear us?
I can hear.
Hey, there he is. Yay. Scott Gerling, how you doing there from Northwest? Give us a little update on your game there.
We beat Melville 16-24.
Okay. Kind of cutting in and cutting out there. Not sure if it's an audio issue on our end or your end. But anyway, that guy, that Stark kid, we'll probably talk a little bit about him. I'm sure he probably lit it up again. So tell us a little bit about that Stark kid.
Yeah, Owen had a good night. He had over 100 rushing. He had over 100 throwing, passing.
Wow.
No turnovers. Scored, I think, 3 or 4 touchdowns. So yeah, he played well. Most of our kids played well. We gave up a little bit on defense that we didn't like per se, but that gives us something to look forward to getting better at.
Excellent. Anything that just kind of stuck out to you about the game that brought the win?
I liked the way our kids came out and really pushed and played extremely well. I thought in the second half, we were up at halftime, but that third quarter, man, we just kind of put the pedal down a little bit and pumped some points up on the scoreboard and really didn't let up all night long after that. Got some young guys out on the field there later on in the fourth quarter, and they kept finding a way, kept fighting as well. So that second half, it was a really good showing by our kids, and I thought we played much better in the second half. Gave up the score late, but it was a much better second half.
Excellent. 62-24, our final score is what we have over there from the Northwest Lions. Scott, we appreciate catching up with you. I'm sure we'll see you next week.
Thank you guys very much, and as always, thank you for your coverage.
Appreciate it, Scott. Scott Gerling there. As we jump back here real quick, and we've got a few coaches here. I'm gonna get to coaches here real
Let's
quick,
do it.
and we've got Matt Bates here as well. So Matt, can you hear us real quick there, Matt?
I can.
Are you driving?
I am.
I don't recommend driving and being on the video chat at the same time. However, give us your thoughts on your game tonight.
Well, I really like the comments that Coach Boss had as well, too, and just to kind of piggyback on what he had said. I mean, the Herky Black Cats controlled as best as they could. I mean, there was a lot of ball played in between the 30s, but once again, Clark Struckhoff, he just jumped off the map. He had 3 TDs tonight. Probably had over another 150 yards rushing. Probably had over another 15-plus tackles on the other side of the ball. Because as I was talking to Caps in the booth tonight, that it might have looked like on paper when you see his 3 touchdowns for like a total of 8 yards, it was the other 130 yards in between all those touchdown rushes that he was just putting his head down and he was just bowling over people and showing what a force he is on both sides of the ball. There was another gentleman that was in the lineup tonight, number 31 for Herculaneum, Michael Haskins. I'd like to give him a shout out. Kind of what Caps and I called our work boots, our lunch pail. He showed up tonight, and he was the guy that if you needed like a 3rd and 1 carry, he got you 5. If they had a 3rd and 11, he got you 13.
Wow.
And so like we were talking tonight, there's a reason why 2-point conversion tonight for them as well. But
I hear you.
okay,
You're still
not
there.
sure. Okay, but he was a guy that, if you can take a Clark Strokoff out of your backfield and replace him with Haskins, and essentially, I don't want to say that you miss or lose a beat, but coach has got a lot of trust in you that, just to step in those shoes for a little bit when I need you. Haskins did a great job tonight across the board.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're about to lose you here, so I'm going to cut you off here real quick. And wow, that's really that's actually in house.
Yikes!
How about that, Matt Bates? Stick around there if you've got some questions. You just wave at me real quick. But we're going to jump right back here real quick. I also have Corey Hanger from the Grandview Eagles on the line. I got to find out where Corey's at because all I see is black lines right quick here. So I'm assuming this is going to be this guy right here.
We're on the bus right now.
They're on the bus. All right. Well, Corey Hanger's on the bus.
We're on the bus.
Give us an update on the score first, real quick. We want to make sure we get that right.
So we beat Bayless 35-12. So
35-12.
It's
okay.
a good game, good bounce back game from us from last week.
Excellent, excellent. You're on the bus with the players.
Yes, I am.
The players are awful quiet. That's all I got to say. So.
I gave a little warning to the people around me that I was going to be talking. So luckily they're being respectful.
Well, real quick, can you just tell the guys that we've got a little message for them? How about them Eagles?
Yeah. How about them Eagles, man?
There you go. How about that? So, take us through the game. Some of your highlights and your thoughts.
Yeah, we did a great job just controlling the line up front, right? Controlling the trenches, which was kind of our game plan going into it. We really liked the guys we got up front, and Tucker Reinhardt and Ethan Smith locking down our guard spot, and Aaron Smith and Max Moore our tackles, and Nick Rivera center. And I think we totaled, when I was looking at the end of the game, I think we totaled about 350 rushing yards for the night, and man, they got after. We had Brock Poole and Isaac Walker with both over 100 yards rushing. We had a sophomore that kind of stepped into a starting spot this week at one of our wingbacks who had 80 yards of rushing and his first varsity touchdown. So it was just a great all-around effort for our offense. Really doing a great job moving the ball and winning it up front at the line. And then defense did a phenomenal job. Right, Bayless, I mean, they've got the same kind of kids starting for the last couple of years, and they got some wonderful athletes back there. So we knew we were going to have to swarm and really get 11 guys to the football on every play to really control their run game, and our guys did that consistently throughout the night.
Excellent, Coach. Well, appreciate you popping in here and giving us that update. Big win for the Grandview Eagles. Who do you guys got next week?
We got Cuba at home.
Cuba at home. So there you go. Coach, we appreciate you coming in and popping in here. We'll hope to see you next week.
All right, thank you.
Corey Hanger there from the Grandview Eagles. We have Coach Collins from the Bristol City Hornets. Coach, how's it going, Coach?
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm here on the bus. How are you guys?
He's on the bus too, so they got a lot of these guys that are on the road here, on the bus there. Do you have somebody like with the light on you there? Is that what it is? Is that just your phone?
I'm trying to get it.
That's okay. That's okay. Coach, take us through the game here real quick. We'll pop back here real quick.
Well, we dropped one tonight. We got beat 34-16, Louisiana, but the score wasn't that far. We were behind 20-16 about 8-10 minutes left in the fourth, and we were driving down the field just running it right through them, and then all of a sudden we got it stripped from us. And it's one of those things to where our guy was down, but they said he wasn't, so it's just something we have to live with. I tell the kids we don't make excuses, and we really, we're a really good team. That's the good news, but the bad news is we just can't get out of our own way right now. We gotta stop putting the ball in the dirt, and we gotta wrap up, make some tackles, and not bust some assignments. And we're going to be a scary good football team coming up, but we just got to get through some growing pains right now.
Yeah. Coach Collins, it's week 2 here. What are you finding out about your team identity-wise?
They've got no quit in them. They really will fight till the very end of the game. And when I came in and took this program over, they had a reputation. I mean, sometimes they get in trouble with the officials and they talk to the other team and a little bit of trash talking, those kinds of things. They've been fantastic. They are men of character. We've been doing leadership lessons and we're getting so much better as men. And that's why I know that the football aspect's going to come on real soon.
Excellent. You got a question for me?
I do, as the
Crystal City native here, Crystal City alum here, Drake Beekman. I'm sure he's got a question about Crystal City football.
Sure.
So there you go.
Coach, it's a pleasure to talk to you. You drop your first 2 games, unfortunately. You mentioned there that the group of guys that you have is very close, and they put their head down, they go to work, they don't quit. So you fall down 2-0. What's the message to the team over the weekend and into next week for the next game? You've got the guys to get things done, but you're down 0-2 in the record book. What's the message to kind of spur the guys on and to keep moving forward?
Absolutely. I told them we just got to clean some things up. We really have been to where we're doing good things. We're driving the ball. We're getting over 11 yards per carry on over half our carries, and then we'll just give it back to them. And when we'll stop them, we'll turn them out, we'll 3 and out, and then we just let a big play bust. So we really just got to come together, and everybody says trust the process, but it's one of those things where we really do got to just tighten down, clean some things up, and we will definitely be able to turn this thing around. And that's what we got to focus on. We're a team, we bond, we have Thursday night team dinners. We really do love each other and hang around each other. Now we just got to clean up our little mistakes on the football field, and we'll get back to work come Monday morning.
Coach, real quick, this is only week 2 for you here at a new school with a new team. You got to be happy with where things are at. Just talking about the culture, just talking about things, and you only being like a game or a player or 2 away from seeing some of that success. Is that what you expected at this point?
Absolutely. And every week we start our Mondays out with leadership lessons and those culture things you just mentioned, and then we spill into the football piece. We don't worry about, hey, great, they may run power 75 times, but we have to do our rules. We have to make sure we take care of our business, because to be honest, it's really not about them. We're a team that we say, put the ball down.
Yeah.
We don't care who it is. But right now we've just made too many mistakes and we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So the message is keep your chins up. We are a good football team, and we just have to clean a few things up. And they probably get tired of hearing my broken record saying clean a few things up. But as soon as we do, we're going to be scary good.
34-16, our final score there. Louisiana takes down Crystal City. Coach, thanks for popping in here. I hope to talk to you next week as well, maybe with a win. How about that, right?
Absolutely. That's what we're going to give it our best, and that's what I know they'll bring me.
Coach Craig Collins, thanks for being with us. We appreciate that. As we jump here, we've got Coach Rush Schmidt jumping in here as well. I believe you are right here. Are you on the bus too, Coach Schmidt? Oh. Well, we're hoping to. Coach, do me a favor and close back out and try to open back up, and we'll see if we can get him real quick here. So Coach Schmidt's been nice enough to hang around because he's been in line with about three other coaches. Coaches, please call in. We've got about another 10 or 15 minutes here. We're going to wrap things up. Hey, while we're sitting here real quick, don't forget we've got Upon Further Review. That'll be Monday. We're probably looking at about 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. We haven't really nailed down a time yet, but Matt Bates will be on there with Jeff Whitener, and we might bring in the Beak here sometimes from time to time here as well. But check it out Upon Further Review on Mondays. And we do have Coach Schmidt here real quick. Coach Schmidt, how you doing? Are you on the bus, I'm sure?
Yes, sir.
Coach, tell us a little bit about your game.
We traveled down to Perryville tonight and walk away with a 31-14 win.
31-14. Take us through the game.
Well, we got out of the gates pretty quick. We Brent Drummond had a long touchdown. We went back and forth with him in the first half. We were up, I believe, 19-14 at halftime. Field position was real critical tonight. Our special teams did a really great job flipping the field for us, and they had a couple of drives. One started inside the 10, and one started inside the 5. We struggled last week with special teams. We got a whole lot better this week with special teams. We got a whole lot better this week as a football team.
Great to hear. Great to hear. Take us through a little bit of I got a bunch of coaches jumping up here real quick, so sorry about that, Coach. But take us through, your quarterback play this year. I know you're pretty high on this quarterback here. Lots to learn, but also how much growth have you seen out of your QB?
Well, he's grown each of the last 2 weeks. Tonight he threw the ball well and ran the ball well. He managed the game. He did some things tonight that are what I call football IQ things. We're late in the fourth quarter trying to run clock, and he's running on a rollout, and he's running with the football in the sweep, and instead of running out of bounds, he does a little baseball slide and stays in bounds. Those are things that are hard to coach. You talk to him all the time, but you don't know if you're ever going to respond to it. And he got up with a smile on his face because he knew what he was doing, and he did the right thing. And those are things, those are all growth things that you expect each week. You hope that they understand and do, and he certainly did that tonight.
Drake?
Coach, you get the big win tonight, heading into week 3 here. How do you keep the boys motivated to continue on the run that you guys are on?
Well, all you got to do is look at our district standings and look at what happened to us last year. We lost to Perryville by 4 points last year, and they ended up with a higher district seed. Then we lose to North County in succession week. They get a higher seed. So, our goal is we'd like to host a playoff game this year. So it's a critical game we got next week, close to North County in our place.
Excellent.
And tonight's a big win, because it was by 13 or more points. So that helps us in the district.
Excellent. Coach, thanks for popping in here. Congrats on the big win. I believe you have Festus next week. Is that correct?
No, we have North County next week.
North County. That's right. We'll be out there for that Festus game, so I guarantee you that we're going to be out there for that guy there. So thanks for popping in, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Rush Schmidt from the DeSoto Dragons. We've got Coach Lee Freeman popping on here. He's actually in his office there. Did you have a home game today, Coach?
We did.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your game there.
We played Aspen tonight. We were able to get out with a win, 36-6, and overall pretty solid performance. A lot of guys got some time tonight. And, just play-by-play, I think offensively we performed pretty well, but I was really proud of our defensive line, and the ball and getting off the field in improvement situations.
Coach, you get the huge double overtime win against Herculaneum there in week 1, and you follow that up with another big win tonight. Moving forward, how do you kind of keep the heads level of the team? You got 2 big wins in the first 2 weeks. It's still a long season. How do you get the guys prepared for that?
Well, we've got start of conference play coming up with Festus, and we'll have to travel to Festus for that game. So, I think everybody knows what's at stake, and keeping focus is a challenge week in, week out with high school students anyway. But for the most part, I think our guys are understanding of the task at hand. And, we need to have a great week of preparation to make sure that we don't do something and embarrass ourselves.
Matt Bates is on the line here, one of our announcers here. He's got a quick question as well.
Sure.
Hey, Coach Freeman, after being up there last week, one of my ride and dies is Logan Wilson. What kind of performance did he have tonight on all 3 sides of the ball?
Pretty quiet night from a special team standpoint. Defensively, I think he finished the evening with 11 tackles, 11 solos, a few assists, and then
as far as on the ground is concerned, Coach Logan, 16.
He's checking.
He had 16 carries for 132 yards tonight, and Jack Kuda had 191 yards rushing. Then we had a couple other guys in there that rushed for over 50, 60 yards. So I thought we were right at 470 yards of offense tonight rushing.
Excellent.
All right, thank you for the stats, Coach, because might be looking to get one or two of those guys as a either player of the week or an honorable mention is at least, since we couldn't sneak Logan in last week.
Sure, thank you.
Thanks, Coach. We
Thank you,
appreciate you being on. And we bring things back here real quick. Again, we're going to go over our final scores here throughout the games here, and we've got a couple of them here that I'm looking at right now. Grandview 35, Bayless 12. Windsor, Coach Freeman was just on here. Windsor 36, Afton 6. We also have on the other, let's see here. There's more. Oh, I got some week 2 results. How about that? Let's throw that up right here. Fredericktown drops to Herculaneum 28-0. Festus 35, Francis House Central 7. Sackman 21, Fox 14, DeSoto 34, Perryville 14, Slough 35, Hillsborough 7, Chatham Glenwood 48, North County nothing. Windsor, again, we got that game in there. It just wasn't updated. Northwest 62, Melville 24, Park Hill Central 21, Jefferson 20, Grandview 35, Bayless 12, Louisiana 34, Crystal City 16, Valley Catholic 42, St. Vincent 7. Well, that's a new update there. Clever 55, Cuba nothing. St. Vincent, or I'm sorry, Fort Zumwalt East 36, St. Pius X 16, and they were still in the fourth quarter. I'm sure that's probably a final by now, with maybe a change into the score there. But Eureka 35, Marquette nothing. Oakville 41, Parkway South 3, and Summit 41, Lindbergh 35. Matthew, real quick, as we got you on the line here, real quick. Any of those scores jump out at you as far as like a big surprise?
I would have to say that, I really thought that as the night was winding down, I really thought that Fox was going to eke that game out over Seckman. As I was, the whole time during the game, when Fox finally took the lead in that thing, I'm like, I know that Seckman's got to have visions of Jackson with the Indian warheads and the arrows, the black, the white, and the red, that they were, because like I said in the Upon Further Review show last week, having that game at home might be the best thing that Fox could have to get a chance to win in that game, and they darn near pulled it off.
How about that, right? Well, I don't want you to get in trouble here, like being on the phone and on the road at the same time. So we're going to let you go here, and we're going to wrap the show up. So safe travels.
Got it, buddy.
Safe travels, and I'm sure we'll catch you for Upon Further Review here shortly.
All righty. Good night, guys.
Coaches, get your stats in, right? There it is as we bring things back here. Again, coaches, get your stats in. Oh, it's important that we get these in. So while you were, before you popped in here real quick, we get a ton of folks that ask about, why don't we cover the band? Why don't we cover the Palmies? Why don't we cover the different things? A lot of that is out of our control. It's out of our hands. And so we just wanted to let everybody know that it's not on purpose, but it's kind of just out of our hands. We've got to pay the bills at the same time. We've got a ton of sponsors, and we appreciate these sponsors. And we've got to be able to give them a little props. But last coach here, we're going to jump in here. Coach Nick Bear, real quick here. Coach, how are you doing?
Who you got there with you? That's
Drake Beekman. He had your game.
I like his facial hair. I like his hair.
He looks a lot.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you like that? You
That's
like
good.
that there? How about that? So
Yes, mullet mustache this time of year.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Absolutely.
what will it look like by the end of the season? We'll have the handlebars and everything going, right?
Yeah, I look like I'll have a squirrel dangling off my nose.
Love it. Coach, big overtime win. Hurdle was one of those instant classic games, so take us through the game.
Yeah, 20 plus years of Seckman versus Fox. This one has to go immediately to the top of the list. Credit to Coach Tinker and their team. Those guys always play hard. I know it's a cliche, but when we come together, throw the
I think we've lost Coach. Coach is a little. This is Coach right here, real quick. So we're gonna keep him on here real quick, just a little bit. Sometimes the internet, messes with us like it did at Herky tonight.
Do you get me back?
Oh, you're back.
Here?
Okay, there you go, Coach. Finish up your thoughts there. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck
That's
in the
okay.
valley down here.
That's okay. We understand.
But yeah, hey, it's a rivalry game, back and forth. It's why you play the game. It's why you coach the game. You got both communities coming out. I mean, huge crowd. One team has to be the victor, and it just happened to be us tonight.
There you have it, there, Coach. I was able to interview Coach Tinker here at the beginning of the week here, and man, the respect that you guys both have for each other, it's huge. And I think coming into a game like this, you put that at the forefront and the utmost respect. But and you said you've done 20 of these. My goodness, I mean,
Well, I mean,
uh-oh. And we lost him again here for a second. I promise you'll come back.
So close.
So we're so close.
I told him, hey, our relationship, our friendship kind of took that next step in that evolution. We've been working really close to, with our little leagues this off season and had a lot of chances to.
He had a lot of chance to do something. We know
Indeed.
that. So, all right.
Yep. All right,
Coach?
Ray. Hey, next time I'm going to get you when I'm at my desk. This must not be. I'm stuck out here in the parking lot by myself.
I understand. No worries at all. I mean, and you could have been on the bus. I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been bad.
I gotta get to the big coaches meeting here.
There you go. You get to that coaches meeting. We appreciate it. Hopefully, catch you next week. Who you got next week, by the way, real quick?
We'll have Northwest at home, so I'm sure
Northwest
they
at
did
home.
well tonight. And,
Yep, they
we
did.
know we're gonna have a tough matchup. So
Yep. Sounds good. We might actually be out at that game, so we'll have to check that out. So
come on out. We'll get you a Valley dog and a bag of popcorn.
hey, I'm on it. Let's do it. So appreciate that. Coach Nick Bear, appreciate you being on here. We're going to wrap things up here real quick. Drake?
He just sold me to
He
go out there
did.
next week.
He
that's for
totally
sure.
did. I mean,
I really wish I could have asked him a couple of questions there about the game, but the internet connection, it
Yeah, that's
stinks, so
good.
it is what it is. But man, just an incredible game. I said it when I first jumped on here. If you got the time, go back and watch that game.
Yep.
It's an instant classic, like Coach said. Definitely worth your time. The first half, only 7 points, but some smash mouth football. The second half, the air pass
Right.
game
right.
really came into effect for both teams, and the overtime finish was just chef's kiss, put the cherry on top. Great game. Best Fox Seckman game ever, and I've only seen one.
You've only seen one. All right, there you go. We'll wrap things up here. Thanks for being a part of the Friday Night Blitz post-game show. Upon further review Monday, then we'll have the Friday Night Blitz again. We'll stay tuned on Mondays. Sunday evening, Monday, we will jump on and give you our schedule for the week, along with softball, volleyball, other things, college volleyball, and things like that. And if you haven't checked out our website, you should do that. Livestreamstl.tv. Go there right now. You can actually check out some of the games from last week. We'll have some of these games up probably by tomorrow, sometime at the very latest. And then you can also check it out on Roku. If you got a Roku, download the Livestream STL app for Roku. As we wrap things up here, we want to thank Pasta House for being our sponsor for the post-game show. For Drake Beekman and Ray Halbrook, we're going to say so long. Have a great evening.
Craving authentic Italian cuisine? Hi, this is Don Bollinger at the Pasta House Company in Festus. We're serving up happiness one plate at a time. From our made-to-order pasta dishes to our mouth-watering pizzas, everything is prepared with the finest ingredients. Try our fresh ground burgers, hearty lasagna, or our perfect appetizers. Happy hour every day with half-price pizzas and kids eat free every Sunday. Visit us at pastahouse.com to order online or for delivery on Highway A and Pound Road, where it's always a great time.